came here for a party, and we spoke to Kevin, the owner. You'll see Kevin later. Maybe I'll get him to say a few words about this place. And we just thought it was the perfect venue for us for a Summer of Love event. So Kevin very kindly and graciously allowed us to use it. I would ask you to respect this environment. There are people that live here. Please respect them as well. Be very careful on these stairs, particularly if you're wearing socks. Christian found out earlier that that was probably not a good idea. So just be very careful when you're on the stairs. If you need assistance at any point, Yelena will later point out who is trip sitting for us tonight, and then you will have assistance when you need it. Let's say a few words about the Summer of Love 3.0. There's been 2 Summers of Love in the world so far. The first was in 1967 in San Francisco, and the second was in London and Manchester in 88 and 89. We took a cue from the fact that the second Summer of Love was 2 summers long, and we've decided to have a 3 summers long Summer of Love, which is going to be last year, which was 17 when we started with our launch party last May, this year and next year. Summers of Love are very special times. A lot of creativity happens and a lot of consciousness arises. In the first Summer of Love, there was probably the first time that gay rights became an issue, the first time that feminism really rose up, the first time that people became conscious of what we're doing to our planet. And the fact that people were taking lots of psychedelic drugs meant that lots of creativity happened, lots of newspapers were started, lots of underground music happened, lots of art happened. You can trace your iPhone, the iPhone you're using today, very likely came about as a result of Steve Jobs doing acid in the early 70s, which is a direct result of the first Summer of Love. The second Summer of Love in my homeland, UK, I was there at the time. I was managing a band, so it was a very exciting time to be there. And it was a reaction against a very strict government at the time, led by Maggie Thatcher. And the youth wanted to go out in the fields and dance all night long and take ecstasy and LSD. And again, it was a very creative time. Lots of creativity came out of that in the late 80s, early 90s. The Britpop era was a direct result of that. And it was a very vibrant time in the UK at that time. Some of you were there, I know, Dennis. So the idea behind this third Summer of Love is to recognise that this is another really creative period for us all, and that psychedelics have a great part to play in that. We have this wonderful advantage here in the Netherlands that truffles are legal. We're allowed to take them. One of the only countries in the world where they are legal. So we really need to press that advantage because these substances have amazing healing properties for curing things like depression, PTSD, end-of-life anxiety. And I think it's important that we recognise that. Sorry, cluster headaches as well. So the LSD for cluster headaches as well. They've just discovered wonder cure for cluster headaches, LSD. So I think it's really important that we recognise this. We press this advantage that we have here in the Netherlands, because I think it's very easy to take it for granted and just, oh yeah, of course we've got free, we've got legal psychedelics here. But it really is an amazing thing, and it's not something we should be taking for granted. We should be taking as much advantage of that as we can, doing as much research as we can into these amazing substances. What is amazing about these substances is they actually do cure people, you know. The pharmaceutical industry, because it's a big capitalist organisation, is very interested in having customers for life. So they will give you a pill that will deal with the symptoms, but they won't give you anything that is going to cure your problem. And that's what I think is important, that we get back to the point where we're actually curing people of the issues that they have. I won't carry on for too long. I'm going to hand you, I think Alexi's going to say a few words, and Brina's going to say a few words, and then we're going to hear from Yelena. So I don't know which one of you wants to go first. Okay.
Hi all, good evening. I'm Breed, as you know. Welcome to everybody. I'll be very brief. Basically, these two people have a fantastic vision in what they want to do, and I'm the one helping them to achieve it, and which I'm totally enjoying. And as Rudy spoke about, the research is very, very important, because this is what's opening up a lot with psychedelics with people, and they can see that it's not a substance that's bad, like it was branded in the 60s and so on, that it is an actual healing substance. So it's very, very important for the research to be done. So with that, I won't say very much more. If you have any questions, you're welcome to come and ask me. And I'm always available for hugs, if anybody wants them.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm usually the guy that's behind the camera, not in front of it. I've been studying drugs and drug policy for about 10 years now. I'm from Finland originally, and a few years ago we started the Finnish Psychedelic Research Association, and I've been part of the Psychedelic Society of the Netherlands here as well. And been really looking at drugs on different levels. You have the chemical level, where they sort of have their effects on the users, and then they have all the policies around them. So I just came back yesterday from Vienna, where they had the United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs annual meeting, where they sort of implement and follow the current international drug laws. And of course, psychedelics rarely are a discussion topic there. They did have a side event organized, among other things, by MAPS, Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, where they sort of brought the issue that they are not even allowed to research them because of the current policy that are in place. And I sort of got involved in this because partly because I've been filming the last few events and been sort of participating in video advocacy in that way. So I'll leave it to that. I'm very excited to be here in this new and beautiful venue, and I'm looking forward to participate and observe as I've done so far. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yelena, Love Unconditional, and I would like first to invite Regina to say a word, and then I come back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting us or allowing us to be here. I'm researcher Regina from Germany with my co-researcher Simon. You have the information letter already. I don't want to talk a lot. I'm very happy to be here. I was last September here just to participate and experience together with you, and I was convinced it would be worthwhile doing research. So here we are, and we hope to welcome you for our integration zone tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Yes, just what Regina just mentioned, that tomorrow morning will be research will take place. Yeah, please come. Yeah? All right. So, as I said, I'm Yelena and Love Unconditional. Also, I'm mystic. All right? So, as you understand, my part is here is spiritual part. First of all, I like to explain what mystic is. Mysticism, according to its historical and psychological definition, is the direct intuition or experience of God. Later I explain what God is. And a mystic is a person who has to a greater or less degree such a direct experience, one whose religion and life are centered not merely on accepted belief or practice, but on that which the person regards as first-hand personal knowledge. So this is all about personal knowledge. In the original nature, the spirit of man was an above for the light. Through his preference for the material, he must now walk in ignorance and in darkness. But if the divine spirit can gain entrance again as fire and flame and light, a pure state of consciousness can be restored in man. When you are kind to yourself, then it is possible for you to see the kindness in all. Yet, when you judge yourself and cannot see this light within you, then you cannot see the light in others. For what you choose to focus upon in yourself is what you will focus upon of others. So, look at what you focus upon in yourself is come to a place of being the witness of this. Be honest and open with yourself and look through the eyes of objectivity and not through the eyes of attachments. For when you hold attachments, then you become trapped in this energy and cannot see through it or pass it. It is only when you look with a loving and compassionate heart at yourself. This is a tension of your soul and not the ego self. The ego self will be attached to what it is wishes, what it thinks it needs and wants, yet unable to see to kindness and love in the love of your soul. To find the balance between the ego and the soul is the challenge to all beings in this realm of duality. Right. Just a little quote. Just a little quote. Okay. This is a time for healing deep emotional trauma. Situations thought you cleared are coming up again for more awareness. Healing is done in layers. You have to continue to spiritual through the same emotional experience until there is no energy charge left to trigger you. So, as we can see, in this time, in this world, people are fighting in the name of religion, and killing each other, not understanding that the pollution that we are seeing in the outer world is the pollution what we are experiencing on the inside. So, compassion and the love is the answer. So, later on, we will practice that, compassion and the love, right? For now, it's a little bit technical stuff. There are toilets downstairs, so there is one down there and one emergency. Yeah, so it's we have helpers here. Please, if you're having hard time, just put your hand up and I'll come down there. And helpers, please, here is one. Do we have more? Here, look, people, yeah, we have here helpers. Please let them know and they call me. And another thing, please don't interact with each other's journey. If you see that anyone has a hard time, please don't touch them. Yeah, just call me. Yeah, this is all what needed. Yeah, and yeah, I know that everyone likes to help each other, but sometimes it's yeah, it's a little bit harmful. So we don't interact with each other's journey. Okay, I think that the practical thing. Yeah, anyone, anything? Yeah, okay. So right, okay. Okay, for now, I'm finishing. Later, I'll invite you for gathering in the circle for sharing a little bit. Yeah, sharing about yourself, because I did, and it will come your time to share about yourself a little bit. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay, just a little advisory about the entertainment this evening. We have a number of people here that are going to entertain us. I will introduce them as they come one at a time. I'm not going to schedule anything, we're going to just let this flow. I think what we're going to have now is a little connection ceremony where we all connect, we all get on the same energy together, which Elena will lead. And after that, maybe I think Gerben, we can have some music from Gerben while we are getting smudged. So let's start that now. The connection ceremony, the circling.
I invite you to meet